In Thevenin's theorem or Norton's theorem, there are three conditions. Okay, case 1 or case 2 or case 3. Okay, in case 3, we are having only one method to find out R Thevenin, because here V Thevenin and I short circuit current is 0, and we are having only one method, that is by applying the test voltage and test current method. Now I have one question for you, whether this test current, test voltage or current method is applicable for other cases, case 1 and case 2. Anybody? Here there is no other way to go, so we are applying test voltage or test current method. Can I apply that method here for case 1 and case 2? Yes, sir. Question Brida.
Yes, sir. Applicable.
Yes, it is applicable, because test current method is a common method. It can be applicable for all the cases. It is applicable. Okay. So note test current or voltage method is a general method. So it is applicable for all the cases. Okay, it is applicable for all the cases. 3 cases, all cases, for all the cases it is applicable. Okay, but for the third case there is no other way to go. We have to apply the test current and voltage method only. For other cases, other methods are available, because Thevenin method is available. By finding Thevenin's voltage and short circuit current, you can directly find out R Thevenin, or in some cases directly you can find out R Thevenin by doing parallel and series combination. Okay, so next we'll proceed with some problem. Okay, now the problem is the question. Okay, now we are going to take the problem with dependent as well as independent sources, that is case 2. Okay, case 2, what is our case 2? The source, both dependent and independent source will be there. Okay, dependent, okay, both independent plus dependent source will be there. Okay, so first see, this voltage source is called dependent voltage source, that depends on the current. So this is current dependent voltage source. Okay, so that current is I, this branch current, and this is 2 ohm. This is 2 ohm. Okay, and the problem is like this, XY. That means if they are mentioning like this, means they have removed the load already. Okay, they have removed the load. So what you have to find out? You have to find out V Thevenin and R Thevenin. Okay, you have to find out V Thevenin and R Thevenin, and also I short circuit current. Okay, first of all, the first question is, it is consisting of both dependent as well as independent sources. When it is consist of both the dependent and independent sources, what is the possibility for V Thevenin? V Thevenin will exist or not? Or that means V Thevenin is 0 or not? V Thevenin will not be 0, because this source, independent source, is there. So that will give some voltage. So you'll get some voltage other than 0. Similarly, you'll get some current other than 0, I short circuit. But R Thevenin you cannot find directly, because once if you remove this effect of independent sources, again dependent source is there. Whenever dependent source is there, you do not know what is the resistance here. So you cannot you cannot find out R Thevenin directly, but you can find out indirectly. Okay, so that is the idea. See, to find out R Thevenin, what you will do? You will remove the source. Okay, you will remove the effect of dependence, effect of independent source, real source. Okay, so removing means this is open circuit, but you cannot remove this. Okay, once if you cannot remove this, but you do not know what is this resistance, that means you cannot find out what is the equivalent resistance finally. So that's why we have to go by some other indirect method. So indirectly we'll find out V Thevenin, I short circuit, then I will take the ratio that will give you the R Thevenin. Or otherwise here you can also apply the test current or test voltage method, because this is like a common circuit. You can also apply test current or test voltage method. Does somebody tell me, if I apply test current or test voltage method, can I remove this 2 ampere? I am not applying Thevenin's theorem or Norton's theorem. I consider this as a general circuit. Now I am going to apply the test current and the test voltage method. Can I remove this 2 ampere or not?
Yes,
Anyway, I
sir.
can
Remove.
remove this. Yes, please think it properly, then tell me. Okay, we'll see that later, whether we can remove it or not. First, we'll go by Thevenin's theorem. Okay, Thevenin's and Norton's theorem. Then we'll see it, general method and all, we'll see it later. Okay, first I'll find out V Thevenin. Okay, so V Thevenin. Once again, I'll draw the circuit. Two ampere. One ohm, this is I. Okay. This is our circuit. Already the load is removed. Okay. Already the load is removed. Say this is plus terminal and this is minus terminal. So directly this is V Thevenin. Now you have to apply little bit your knowledge. Okay. So you can go by any method. Okay. See these three elements. Okay. Don't consider this part, 1 ohm and this 2 ampere current source and this 2 ohm. All are in parallel combination. These three elements are in parallel combination. I am not worried about this one. Okay, these three elements are in parallel combination. Okay, whenever these three elements are in parallel combination, whatever the voltage available here, same voltage will be available here, same voltage will be available here. So here already I ampere current is flowing. Okay, that is given in the circuit, because here they are using dependent current dependent voltage source. That's why they have mentioned this current. Okay, so you have to respect the current. Please do not modify this current. Okay, take as it is. So I is flowing. Whenever I is flowing, how much drop will be there? You do not know what is I. So how much drop will be there? Current into resistance. So I drop will be there. If it is 2, 2I drop will be there. If it is 3, 3I drop will be there. Okay, it depends on the resistance. Already I is there. Okay, so I drop will be there. Now this I is like a voltage plus minus. The same will appear here, same will appear here, same V Thevenin, because V Thevenin means open circuit voltage. So I can write V Thevenin is equal to I. Okay, now V Thevenin is equal to I, because whatever the voltage available here, see, I is like a number, sir. Finally, I is a number. So that is a voltage. That's it. Okay, now it may be a little bit difficult to you, because like current is equal to voltage, but I think it as I as a number. Okay, finally you'll get I as a number, then some voltage it is giving you. Okay, so this is voltage drop is high, same voltage drop will be appearing across all these branches. That means in the open circuit also you will get V Thevenin is equal to I. Now you can go by any method. Okay, now I am going to apply the nodal method. I am going to apply the nodal method. When you apply the nodal method, this is the Thevenin voltage. I do not know what is that voltage. This is Thevenin voltage is plus here, minus here. That means I can take ground. Okay, this is also V Thevenin. This is also V Thevenin. This is also V Thevenin only. So everything is V Thevenin only. Okay, and again, okay, you can, again, you do not know what is the voltage here, but this is V Thevenin. Okay, this is V Thevenin. Now this is the node. It leaves like this. Then I can write V Thevenin minus this voltage. This is 2I divided by this resistance, that is 1 ohm. Okay, so current leaving. Here, what is the current leaving? Simply I. Okay, simply I. Here, what is the current leaving? I want the current leaving, but the current is entering. That's why I will put minus 2. Okay. Now, what is the current leaving here? Here, the V Thevenin voltage is there. How much current will flow? VThevenin divided by 2. Okay, VThevenin divided by 2. Okay, again in this equation, you know, this VThevenin is equal to I. Okay, once if you modify, okay, you replace VThevenin, or instead of I, you can write VThevenin. If you write like that, say this is VThevenin is 2I plus I minus 2, 0.5 VThevenin is equal to 0. Instead of I, you can put VThevenin. Okay, you can put VThevenin. Already 1.5 VThevenin is there. This is minus 2I plus I is equal to minus I. So that is minus VThevenin is equal to this 2 will come that side. So finally, what is your VThevenin? That is 4 volt. Okay, so I have found out what is VThevenin somehow. Okay, so my aim is to find VThevenin and a I short circuit current. Okay, with this circuit, I have found out, I have removed the load. Then finally, I found out what is VThevenin. What is VThevenin? Okay, this terminal is like XY terminal. Across that XY terminal only, you are finding out the VThevenin open circuit voltage. Next, I will take the same circuit. I will make a short because I have to find out the short circuit current. Okay, now we have just found out what is VThevenin. VThevenin is 4 volt. Next, I will take the same circuit, then apply the short circuit. Okay, I Norton current. Okay, short circuit current. Okay, you take the same circuit. Two ampere. Here 2 ohm. This is 1 ohm. I current is coming here. This is 1 ohm. This is 2I. Okay, now really this XY I have to make short. Okay, because I'm going to find out short circuit current ISC. Okay, now the problem will be a little bit tricky. See, once if it is short circuit, what is the voltage here? Plus minus, if you calculate, that will be 0 volt only. Once if you make short circuit, what is the voltage here? 0 volt only. If it is 0 volt, the same 0 volt will appear here. Okay, same 0 volt. Okay, that means what is the current here? If it is 0 volt, what is the current here? 0 ampere. And again, this is also 0 volt, no problem. This is also 0 volt, no problem. Again, this is also 0 volt. Okay, again, I is there. So if this is 0 volt, the current here, how much current can go? If this is 0 volt, 0 divided by 1, that current is 0 ampere. So I got one relation. Okay, in this process, I got one relation. My small I is equal to 0 ampere. Please do not get confused with the previous I and this I. Okay, it will vary based on the circuit condition. That I will vary, whether you are doing short or open, whether you are connecting any load. Based on that, everything will vary. Then I also will vary. Then this also will vary. Please do not worry about I. Okay, as it is, you proceed. It may be 0 or non-zero. Now you got I is equal to 0. Okay, then if I is equal to 0, okay, see, if I is equal to 0, what will happen? Okay, what you can do now, if this is, yes sir.
V equal to 0 தான் சார் சொன்னீங்க.
இங்க வோல்டேஜ் 0 சார். வோல்டேஜ் 0னா அது வழியா வர கரண்ட் எவ்வளோ? I is equal to V by R தானே?
ISC இருக்கும்ல சார்.
ISC நான் 0ன்னு இது வரைக்கும் சொல்லவே இல்லையே. ISC நான் 0ன்னு சொல்லவே இல்லை. 0 வோல்ட் தான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். ISC வந்து 0 ஆம்பியர் நான் சொல்லவே இல்லையே. இங்க வோல்டேஜ் தான் நான் 0ன்னு சொன்னேன். கரண்ட் நான் 0ன்னு சொல்லலையே இது வரைக்கும்.
Okay.
Current ISC will be there. Now our aim is to find ISC. Okay. So once if I is 0, okay, and okay, so okay, if I is 0, you do not know what is the current here. If this is 0, this is 2I, some current will come here. Okay, so again this 0 volt will appear. Okay, again you can make one guess. If I is 0, this 2I is also 0, because if I is 0, this is 0 only. This is like 0 volt only. If this is 0 volt, this is like short circuit only. Okay, this is like short circuit. If this is 0, in order to satisfy the KVL, okay, if you apply the KVL in this loop, okay, then this has to be 0. If you apply properly, you know, if this is 0, this is 0. To satisfy the KVL, this has to be 0. Now, where this current is going now, where this current is going, where either it goes like this or it goes like this. Now, in which path the current will go? Okay, that confusion will arise now. Okay, so if this is 0, this is also 0. Now the current here is 0 ampere is going. Now if this is 0 volt, this is 1 ohm. Now what will be the current here? 0 ampere only. Okay, because across 1 ohm, if 0 volt is there, the current flowing there is 0 ampere only. Already this is 0, this is also 0. Okay, then this branch has to be 0 only. Okay, okay, because if 0 ampere comes, that can be easily distributed with the 0 0. This is 0 ampere. Now this 2 ampere is coming here. It is not going in this way, then definitely it has to come this way, 2 ampere. And again here it is 0, then definitely the 2 ampere has to come here. Definitely the 2 ampere has to come here, and it has to come here. Finally my I short circuit current is 2 ampere. Okay, it is little bit may not be convincing to you, but this is the fact. Finally you'll get a short circuit current as 2 ampere, or otherwise you can go by any other method. Finally you'll get the same answer. Okay, finally you'll get the same answer. Okay, so for your clarity, I will also solve by some other method. Okay, then we'll see what happens. Okay, without applying anything. Okay, without doing all this everything, then we'll go as usual. We'll apply that some KCL, then we'll see. Again we'll get the same answer. I short circuit as a 2 ampere. Okay, you take the equation, sorry, you take the diagram, same diagram. Okay, this is ISC. This is I. Okay, now see, high SC current is coming here. What could be the current here? At least you should know this, because if some current is there, if this is short, entire current will go through short. This resistance is useless. Then here 0 ampere will current come. Okay, only 0 ampere, or otherwise if short circuit means 0 voltage. When you apply the 0 voltage across the resistance, you'll get 0 ampere. Now once, if this is okay, if this is 0 ampere, this is ISC, then this has to be ISC. This has to be ISC. Now see this side, 2 ampere is coming inside, ISC is going like this, then the remaining current 2 minus ISC has to go this way. Because 2 ampere is coming inside, ISC is going part of the current, that is ISC is going like this, then the rest of the current has to go like this, 2 minus ISC. Then already I is going here. Anyway, I is 0, I know, but see, we do not know what is I now. Let's proceed as it is. Okay, now I is there. Okay, then 2 minus ISC is coming inside. If I is going away, then what should be this current? So that is 2 minus ISC minus I. Okay, just KCL. Okay, now you apply the KCL. Okay, you apply the KVL in any one of the loop. Okay, you apply the KVL in any one of the loop. So I will apply the KVL in the first loop. Okay, in the first loop I will apply the KVL. Let us see what happens. If you apply the KVL here, okay, so first, what is the source? The source is 2i. Okay, so you apply the KVL here. Minus 2i, always go by clockwise direction. Minus 2i, okay, minus 2 plus ISC plus ISC plus I, and again this voltage is I plus I is equal to 0. Now you are having only one equation. Okay, you are having only one equation. How many variable? Two variable. Okay, one equation, two variable. That means you have to calculate either ISC or I. Okay, because finally we need ISC. So just find out what is I. That's why again you have to take the help of again where you can apply one more KVL. Okay, now I am going to apply one more KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law. See, already I have chosen this loop. Okay, then one more loop I have to choose. Can I choose this loop? I can choose because I know what is the voltage now, because that is 0 volt only. But or otherwise, you know the what is the voltage here. So I can choose the loop like this. So next loop I will choose like this. Once if you choose that loop, the second loop, now let's see what happens. Okay, now if you go clockwise, minus I, you go there. Finally, you are having nothing. Finally, what you are having? 0 voltage is there. Okay, minus I plus 0 is equal to 0. That means I is equal to 0. You plug in this I is equal to 0 here, then you will get ISC as a 2 ampere. Okay, so anyway, finally you will get a short circuit current as 2 ampere only. Okay, 2 ampere only. Or otherwise you can apply, you can go by nodal also. Okay, you can apply nodal equations also. Just try it out to apply the nodal. Okay, when you apply the nodal, what voltage you have to take? Again, some confusion will come because here everything is 0. Just try it out to apply the nodal. What happens? Let's see. Let. Okay, so I got ISC and R Thevenin. Okay, V Thevenin and ISC. So simply I can take the ratio. Okay, so R Thevenin, I can find out what is R Thevenin. Okay, so R Thevenin is equal to V Thevenin divided by I short circuit current. So that is 4 divided by 2, that is 2 ohm. That is 2 ohm. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, the same problem I will take, same problem, without applying any Thevenin's theorem or Norton's theorem. By applying the general method, I will try to find out the answer. Okay. By applying general method in the sense, from this side, I will apply the test voltage or test current. Then I can, because finally my aim is to find out R Thevenin. If your aim is only to find out R Thevenin, okay, you can apply the test voltage and test current directly, you can find out. But if you want to really find out V Thevenin as well as I short circuit and then finally R Thevenin, you have to go by this procedure only. So now I'm going to find out R Thevenin in different manner. Okay. Yes, okay, by general method. Now the question is whether can I remove the independent source or not? That is the question. When I'm going to apply the general method,
Yes,
can
sir.
I
We have to
remove?
remove. Yes, sir.
We have to remove.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Okay, so then what about dependent source, sir? Dependent sources,
Sir?
we have to remove or not? Dependent sources.
Dependence is remove பண்ணலாம் sir. Independent மட்டும் remove பண்ணலாம்.
Yes, okay, so when you are going to find out with the general method, again, finally, you are going to find out the Thevenin, okay, the resistance for a network, not for a source. That means you have to really remove the real sources, okay, you have to remove the real sources. So what is the real source? Okay, the real sources are like real sources are like independent source. Okay, so you have to remove the independent source. Now R Thevenin by general method. General method in the sense test voltage and test current, because you want to find out R Thevenin. But for R Thevenin, some procedure is there. Okay, what is R Thevenin? Resistance looking from the load by removing the all other effective sources, by removing the effective sources. Okay, so I'll draw first. This is our network. Okay, I'll draw 2 ampere, then finally I will remove. Okay. Okay, so this is the question. I am going to find out RThevenin directly. What is the procedure? Remove the load. Okay, remove the effect of the independent sources. So out of this is the this one is like dependent sources. This is like independent sources. So I have to remove the effect of independent sources. Now the independent source is current source. Okay, I have removed it. Okay, then you apply the test voltage or test current here. Okay, you can apply either test voltage or test current. I will go by both the method. Okay, first I will apply the test voltage, later test current. Okay, and then later I will tell you which one you have to choose. Okay, so this is test voltage I am applying. When I am applying 1 volt, okay, I do not know really what is the current going. Okay, the current not necessarily to be 1 ampere, it can be anything. Okay, now once if I my aim is to calculate I, because my aim is to calculate R equivalent. The R equivalent is equal to 1 divided by I. V by I, V is 1, so that's why 1 divided by I. Okay, so my aim is to finally find out what is I. So I can go by any method. Okay, so which method we can choose? Okay, this is I. Okay, already I is coming. Okay, so here please note down carefully. Here 2 ohm is there, 1 volt is there. Both are in parallel. Okay, 2 ohm is exactly in parallel. And again, this is also in parallel with the 1 ohm. This is also in parallel with 1 ohm. So then how to go about this? Here this is 1 volt. Okay, the same 1 volt will appear here. Okay, then how much current will be drawn? 1 by 2 ampere current will be drawn. Okay, then if I is coming, 1 by 2 is going, then what would be the current here? I minus 1 by 2, I minus 1 by 2. Now, the same 1 voltage is appearing here also. Okay, so that means this I has to be 1 ampere. This I has to be 1 ampere. Okay, now I minus 1 by 2 current is coming, 1 ampere is going here. That means this has to be I minus 1 by 2 minus 1, that is I minus 3 by 2. Now, you know all the currents, you apply KVL in any one of the loop, then you will get the answer. Okay, now I know what is I, because I value is 1 ampere. Okay, that means if I apply the KVL here, this is my, you can apply KVL anywhere, but that should consist of I. That equation should consist of I, because finally we need I. Please don't apply the KVL here, that is useless, because you will not get I once if you apply the KVL here. You can apply either here or in a full manner. Okay, now I will apply the KVL here, minus 2I. Okay, so minus I plus 3 by 2. Okay, so this is plus 1 is equal to 0. I know this I is equal to 1. So minus 2 minus I plus 3 by 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so once if you solve this, I is equal to what it is coming, I is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 3 by 2 minus 1. So finally that is 1 by 2 ampere. Okay, then if it is 1 by 2, then 1 by 2, finally this is 2 ohm. Is it correct or not? Okay, see, it is correct. Here also RThevenin I am getting 2 ohm. Here also RThevenin I am getting 2 ohm. RThevenin means in this case that is R equivalent. Okay, RThevenin here it is 2 ohm. I am getting same answer. Okay, so and same question I will solve with the help of current source also, by taking the test current source, 1 ampere test current source. Okay, so take the same question. Okay, like this. This is 2I, 1 ohm, I, 1 ohm, 2 ampere. This is 2 ohm. Now here, instead of voltage source, now I will connect the test current source. What is test current source? 1 ampere current source is the test current source. If I connect 1 ampere test current source, what is R equivalent? V divided by I, V by I, V. So I am applying 1 ampere test source. Finally, I have to find out what is the voltage across this test current source. So V I have to calculate what is the voltage, because current is there. I do not know what is the voltage. That is decided by the other part of the circuit. Okay, so current is 1 ampere. Now how to go about this? Okay. Okay, so if it is 1 ampere, what will happen? Same 1 ampere will come here. Same 1 ampere will come here, and this is I. Okay, this is I. So really, I'm not getting any idea now. So even if I take these two, I do not know what is here. So really, I have to introduce some variable, and again we made one mistake. This 2 ampere I have to remove. Okay, because that only we should retain only the dependent sources. Effect of real sources has to be removed. Okay, so and again here it is 1 ampere, here it is I. So I have to introduce some variable. Okay, so now I'm introducing some variable, some I. Okay, capital I. Okay, don't get confused. Capital I, this is small I, both are different. Okay, so I, if I current is coming here, capital I minus 1 current will flow. If I current is going this way and I current is going this way, then definitely there should be I plus I current has to enter this node. This is I plus I. Now we were having two variable. So you take any two loop, then finally you'll get the answer. Okay, once if I take this loop, first loop, minus 2i plus capital I and small I plus capital I plus small I. Okay, then this I is equal to 0. Okay, this is the first equation. Then what is the second equation? Okay, and again from this is minus 2i plus 2i cancel. So finally I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Now you take any other loop. Okay, so now I take this loop, second loop. Don't take the loop here. If you take here, you will not, mostly you will not get anything. Okay, you'll take the loop here. If you take, then that is minus I. I'm going like this, and plus 2i plus 2 is equal to 0. Now I know already this is 0. Okay, plus 2 is equal to 0. Then I is equal to 2. I is equal to 2. Yes, sir, rectified. Okay, so I is equal to 2. Okay, so really what I need finally, I want to know what is the voltage here. Okay, what is the voltage across that 1 ampere? Okay, finally I need this one. What is the voltage across that 1 ampere current source? Because these two elements are in parallel. Okay, once if I know what is this value, this I plus 1, then my problem is solved. Okay, 2. Now I know I is 0. If it is 0, this is 1. So really this is 2 volt only. Okay, really the voltage drop here is 2 volt, here also 2 volt, and again here also 2 volt only will be there, because everything is in parallel. Okay, even if you take this small I is equal to 2, then also you'll get same answer, because all these three elements are in parallel. Okay, now what I need only voltage. Okay, my voltage is equal to R equivalent now. So finally R equivalent is equal to V, but V here is equal to 2. Okay, so 2 ohm is the answer. 2 ohm is the answer. Okay, so you can find out VThevenin, RThevenin separately. You can find out RThevenin, or otherwise you can go by general method. In general method also you can apply the test voltage or test current. That too you can apply random test voltage and test current. You can apply as a VI, then finally you can calculate, or otherwise you can apply the unit test voltage or unit test current, then also you'll get the same answer. So what I suggest you, instead of applying 1 ampere, you apply I ampere, some I ampere, then some V will be developed. Okay, little bit difficult will be there. Then also you will get, finally what you have to take? You have to take the ratio of VI. Okay, then also you'll get the same answer. Okay, just try it out later. Instead of taking one, you can take variable also. Okay, So next I'll take the case 3 problem. Okay, I think time is not there. We'll end up with this. Okay, we'll see remaining things on tomorrow. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask.